Hello and welcome to Dragus Productions Sunday Night. Setting up for Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Pre-Show Sunday edition. I will have everybody up and about here in just a few minutes. Still setting up. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. And good week to come. Vampire Dreams. Welcome in Jay Sanity as well over in the Kick Chat. Welcome, welcome. Getting ready to set up for the radio stream here in just a few minutes. Hope everybody, like I said, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Still setting stuff up. But I will get everything up and rolling here very shortly. Switch the opening banner. There we go. Not sure what's going on over on Partey, but I'm having a little issue over there. But I am going to get it up and going here pretty soon. Not sure what's going on over there, but I am working on it right now. Ah, I see what they did. They changed to Cloudflare. Okay. But I'm going to get everybody up and rolling here on the radios, not radio, but the Ring-a-Ling pre-show side. See who all I can get besides John. Where's Doc?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good here. Hey, David,
Excellent.
how's
You
it
got Dave
going?
Dog in the house?
Oh, Doc 69 wants in. Maybe I'll let him in.
You what?
Maybe I'll let him in.
How's it going?
I got Doc.
Doc. What up, Doc?
Not too much. USA.
There you go.
Yeah, they saved me 40% off my Subway sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It was a fun soccer match, and it is now soccer. America rules. Everyone
Yeah.
else rules.
Isn't it great when we win something that we don't care about?
Yeah, it's like quietly hockey has become America's sport, completely lost by the Canadians.
Well,
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
when you mix the French in, they become losers. So it's their own fault.
That's why I refer to them as Europeans.
Europeans, nice. Much more appropriate than snow Mexicans.
Yeah, I mean, they don't work nearly as hard as Mexicans do.
Yeah. I would not disparage the work ethic of a Hispanic.
Or the ability to drink. It's impressive. It's up there with
Yeah.
the Irish.
Yeah, it is.
How's it going there, John?
I'm doing good, man. It's raining out here, which is fantastic.
I bet. A nice little reprieve from the heat, I would imagine.
Well, we just haven't had rain yet. So this is the first rain we've had, I don't know, in 2 or 3 months now.
Eat.
And we need it. I mean, fire risk out here is a thing,
Right.
Yeah.
And, get everything wet will really help. But we need, a good amount. I don't know if we're getting it.
So you got wet campers?
There's what?
You have wet campers now?
No, well, no, it just started raining today after they all checked out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good here, man. It's,
All
We're dealing with our 3 days of actual heat here in Oregon. Now it will be a beautiful 80-something all year round, or all summer long. We get like one of these spells, maybe two, if it's a real bad summer, where we get like 90s to 100, and then it's like beautiful after that. So we're in the home stretch of the most gorgeous time to be in Oregon.
yeah, I bet.
It's the perfect time to go to the beach. The beaches are a lot cooler here than they are on the East Coast.
No Antifa on the beach?
Oh, I'm sure they're out there at night, but during the day, no, they'll turn into dust if they go out in the
Yeah.
daytime.
Yeah, they burn with direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Yep. Unless they're in the inflatable costume. That's their life support.
And then, of course, the ones with the electric scooters can't actually go on the sand. They have to stay on the boardwalk. So.
Yeah, they have a real hard time with that.
Oh, these Antifa weirdos! I really hope that Oregon's governor doesn't turn out to be what I think she is, and she cracks some skulls. That would be great.
Right.
Well, if she
What are
can
the
beat
odds?
the Democrats, we see how that goes in California. Oregon's probably going to face
Yeah.
something similar. How's my audio, Mark? I have the AC on.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Trying to prevent it from sounding like there's a jet engine next to my head.
You are a little low overall, but when you accent, it pops back up to where it needs to be.
All right.
So just be perky.
Yeah.
I will be perky.
Perky.
Yes.
Perky.
Yeah, everybody is perky today.
Oh, let's see. Does Yotivation have this link?
Probably not.
Is Yo coming?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I gotta boot you
Uh-huh.
and then let her in, because there's only enough room for 4 people in here, right, Mark?
Yeah, I
What?
know.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to boot anybody.
Yep. Oh, look, someone's trying to get in. Deny.
Oh, here we go.
We were just
The
talking about
nation
you.
is in the house.
Okay, so according to CS, I have to leave now. So, all right, see you guys later.
Oh,
Yep, here, mister. Were you
You
saying
first
if
of all,
I
let's do a
showed
sound
up?
check. You haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, he was telling me only 4 people could fit in the room, so to get you
No.
on, they'd have to boot me. So,
Is that
it was
really
a typical
true?
abuse. No.
Oh,
And I
don't
knew it wasn't
really
true.
do the
Yeah.
hog.
Yeah.
Bunch
There
of
you go.
ableists.
Yeah.
How's everybody
So yeah, you
doing?
wanted to invite someone on the show tonight. Do they understand the swearing issue? Like, can they do
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I'm not against it, especially if this guy stayed up till 2 a.m. to join us.
I know. Here, should I give him this link? Can he get in if he doesn't have Teams? Does he need to put it on his computer, Teams?
No, he can just hit the link and come in.
All right, let me get him that link and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
It'll take
Motivation's
me.
got a new boyfriend.
Yeah, but
No,
he's
I
a
have-
long distance boyfriend.
I have talked to this guy for quite several years, and he's always very respectful. And we don't agree on a lot of things. We do agree on a lot of things, and he's very articulate.
I just want to point out that Yo may be an imposter because it says Yitivation Nation.
Oh shit!
Yep, we got an imposter.
Busted.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta see if I even have him.
Yep.
And have you spoke with him before, or have you just like texted with him?
No, I've only on Minds. Is the only
Okay.
time.
Oh, he's on Minds. Never mind. Just don't even bother.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be my first time actually talking to him.
Okay.
And it's going to be live.
Yeah.
All right, man.
So yeah, gosh, all kinds of stuff going on in the world. Like you said, you're excited to actually watch the World Cup, but I'm very excited to talk about all the people, just the Twitter universe out there just loving America, you know?
Yeah,
That's
not
been
the bad
fun.
place they keep telling them. Yeah, watching them just discover everything.
I saw the
See our
Germans
decadence.
discovered the Southeast Conference and
Right.
the LSU Stadium. That was pretty. He was very impressed by our large stadiums.
Right.
Oh, I saw one guy like complaining about how his team had to
Oops, sorry.
practice at a high school, you know?
Yeah.
And then he got to the high school and he saw the stadium they were practicing in, and he's like, "This is a high school stadium. This thing's massive.
Yeah.
It's like it's bigger than our home, UFL or whatever,
Yep.
our league team."
I thought you guys would be playing out in a field somewhere.
Some of those
Yeah,
oil stadiums are huge, man. Down in
Yep.
Texas.
And they make the taxpayers pay for those, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, they do. We got some really nice ones. I mean, the high school here has a pretty big stadium, and it's
Yep.
as big
Well,
as some
football's
of
a
the
big deal.
it's as big as some of the college stadiums back home.
Yep, football's
yeah.
a big deal for high school.
Yeah, it's
Especially when
gotta
you get
have
up in the
that,
4 and 5A levels.
Yeah, well, the thing is, most people in Texas, if you're going to make it out, you got to, sports. Otherwise,
Yeah.
You're stuck here.
Yep. Same with Central Pennsylvania.
Yep.
That's it. Military or sports.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just saw this thing I put up. It's so funny. It says, "Wait, you're saying Canada isn't a real country?"
No.
And she's like, "That's right. Canada's a failed terrorist state that hasn't won a Stanley Cup since 1993."
So I'm saying, NHL is dominated by America, and like teams from the South too. It's not like it's the
Yeah.
New York or Minnesota team. It's like the Hurricanes in Las Vegas.
Yeah. I love watching a hockey game when it's 120 outside.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sport for that time of year. That's why spring football does so good, because they play the indoor football league. That's why they do so well in the summers with their attendance, because it's all air conditioned indoors.
Oh, but that's the ultimate dig on a Canadian, though, is to tell them they haven't won the Stanley Cup since 1993.
When's the last time they won a medal in the Olympics?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Did they even show up to the Olympics?
Hey, you. You know you use the same background as Jack Carey does for his show.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Jack Carey imitating Yotivation, because remember, the
No.
name's misspelled.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You
I
have a
did
voice
send
changer.
I sent the invitation, Mark, so if we have somebody trying to get in, it'll probably be Cunning Linguist.
It'll go ding, because everybody
Cunning
that's new
Linguist.
goes ding.
It's Cunnilingus?
Cunning
No,
Yeah.
incorrect.
Linguist.
Yes.
Cunning linguist.
If I'm
Oh,
saying
cunning
it
linguist. Oh,
Yes.
correct.
He probably thinks that's tricky, real slick.
What's a
Well,
I find it.
what's a yiddy evasion?
I told you it was
know.
spelled wrong.
Yiddy.
Can I go back and change it?
Yeah, just put an E in there, Yeti.
Yep.
Yeti.
She could become Jewish, and it could be, Yiddivation.
Yevivation, yeah.
Let's see. How do I fix it?
Too late.
Yeah,
You're
Too
locked
late.
in.
you're locked
One
in
of us.
now.
One of us. Yeah.
Motivation.
And when you actually change it, it'll take like 6 years for it to go to the system
Yeah.
and
yeah.
show up for everybody else.
Because
So
that's
just
that's Teams.
yep, it's cheaper just to change your name.
All right, consider it done tonight.
You know how to
And I
change.
will love having a Brit in here, honestly. I've got a lot of questions for him.
I know. I think he's going to be really interesting. He has a lot of great perspectives. And he's very well thought out. We were having conversation earlier today. And of course, I support President Trump, and I have, I'm a hopium addict. I have a lot of hope for the future. And he isn't quite as sure. We were talking about the COVID scamdemic, and he was telling me the reasons why it would never be a Nuremberg 2.0. And
Nope.
he listed out a lot of good reasons.
Mm-hmm.
All I could do was just be like, you're right. And you know me, I want to say that
Yep.
it's going to happen.
And military tribunals will never happen. And I've told you why.
Yeah, you've told me for years, and I still.
They've indoctrinated the military at the collegiate level because all officers, and that would mean, people that do legal in the military are indoctrinated through those colleges. So you can't get around that, You can't get around it. It's too embedded.
I understand exactly what you're saying. It's the same way with the medical field and all the other different fields that there are. Everybody
but,
is
the medical
indoctrinated.
The medical field, I believe that RFK can make a difference there.
He can.
Okay. But don't rely on the military for anything.
What about Space Force? Can't they do tribunals?
No.
They are non-terrestrial, right?
No, they're not.
No?
No.
Okay.
Space Force all starts with a satellite dish beaming into space to satellites or other things out there. All right? Mostly communication.
That's just what they want you to think, Mark.
But-
Yeah, what about all the non-commissioned officers?
It would be ideal, for them to be, because, well, not ideal. It's convenient for them to pull any kind of information that goes out into any wavelength because they control the space. So
Well,
if you're
hang
looking
on.
for facts, figures, and things like that, they might be able to get those that's been transmitted through those wavelengths and things like that.
I wanted to ask you, Mark, about what do you think Pete Hegseth and his presence would do for the military?
Well, I think Pete just wants to go to war.
I think he'd kick ass if he did, but
Yeah,
I think
but
it's already made a huge difference.
I'm not for that, but I'm for his build-up stuff and the upgrade stuff. All right, because we're behind, and you can never be ahead. You'll always be behind, even when you're at the top. When it comes to that, because that's the way you have to think if you're military. Someone will always come up with something bigger and better, or smaller and stronger.
Well, I still have hope. You can't make me not have hope. I think
Well,
Pete Hegseth.
I think our best hope would be with pitchforks and torches at this point. Okay.
No, tar and feathers.
Tar and feather,
Yeah.
and going back to, back to some of the original constitutional stuff where, instead of elected senators, they picked their senators to come up to Congress, all right? And if Congress didn't respect or like them, they could send them back to the state. Yeah, that's how it was with the Founding Fathers. Oh, yeah? You don't agree with this? Pack your bags. Send somebody up here that will.
We'd also have 11,000 House of Representative members too.
No, because it's set at 2 for Senate. But
No, yeah, for Senate, but for the House, we'd have 11,000 of them if they stuck to the original Constitution.
Well,
which I would be fine with, because then they wouldn't be able to be so cheaply purchased.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. We can go with that. I'm all for that. When it's said and done, I'm a constitutionalist. All right, a very conservative one at that. And if we need to roll back 150 years of laws to do it, then do it.
Yep. Sorry, you're going to lose your right to vote.
I didn't say everything.
It was Mark's idea.
Yeah, I didn't say everything. But I
He's talking about rolling it back.
As a non-landowner, I would be willing to go back to only landowners voting.
As a landowner, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that either, actually.
There'd be some company that'd sell you a 1 square foot plot of land for $1 so you could vote.
I'm sure there would. I mean, but they'd probably be Democrats, and then I'd have to vote Democrat. And I don't know if I could do that.
No,
You can actually do
if they
square
sold
inch,
it
by
to
the
you
way.
for $1, they'd want 50 in taxes every year to get it.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It would be a Democrat, so I wouldn't do that.
Or more. Oh, that's
They'd
right.
take it
Oh,
back
the
from you anyway.
inflation. Come on now. We got to factor inflation here. So,
Yeah. Don't forget mineral rights.
yeah, mineral rights. Okay. All right. If we're going to do that, then is everybody going to have an allodial that's a landowner have an allodial land pact?
That's a good question.
What
the heck is that?
Oh, that means the land that you live on is sovereign.
Okay.
Yes.
The police
100%.
cannot come on your land legally unless you
100%.
invite
Right.
them.
But if it's a 1 square foot parcel, good luck staying in your little,
yeah, the
exclusion zone.
minute you leave,
I
you
don't
leave
know.
your
the
land.
homeless here in Portland would
There
figure it out.
there are lots of the 1%ers here that have allodial land pacts.
And that
Right.
1 square foot thing is not far fetched when you think of like a high rise in New York City. You know what I mean? Like how much, if you own the penthouse, how much actual land does that equate to at the bottom of that penthouse?
Right.
Like 2 square feet, maybe?
But an allodial land pact goes from, I think it's, what is it, a mile to 2 to 5 miles in the air, as well as to the center of the earth,
Wow.
including all the
That must be hard to
property and
enforce
land
that in the
rights.
center of the earth.
Yeah. I think it's David Campione has an allodial land pact in Florida.
But
because
how does that work?
be-
because the
oh,
Earth
because-
is spherical,
because-
unless you talk
be-
to Willie.
because he
You know.
sues he sues the military every time, and the military every time they fly over his property, because they're not allowed to fly over his property unless they pay him. Yeah,
Okay.
and he's
I'm
won.
sure they take that
He's
very
won.
seriously.
He's
Yeah.
won. He's won a bunch of them. And
Just got to catch him.
but he got to
He's out
catch
there
him.
with the spotlight.
And
reading plate
believe me,
numbers.
you know David. He's an avid professional photographer with really, really good equipment. So
There you go.
when he
Is
when
that
he
not
takes
your plane?
pictures, he can get tail numbers.
My daughter works at the airport. There's an app where you can just, punch on your phone, take a picture of the sky, and it'll tell you what the plane is, how many passengers, all that good stuff.
It's like 4chan in your
Hey,
pocket.
motivation. Any word from this guy?
No, not currently.
He'll show up
Okay.
right in the middle of
He's
broadcast.
probably still sleeping.
dropping
We can try for a
F-bombs.
Wednesday too, if you don't mind joining us on it.
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
I'll just leave that in the comments here and let you know what I hear back from him.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
because I don't
surprised
want
if
to
he's
confuse
sleeping.
him and have him come in at 4 minutes from now, and then we have to hang up and pull him back in. It's just confusing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then not be able to explain, hey, we
And-
take breaks on this show too.
And definitely don't tell him if he comes on while we're live to just mute and wait for the next break so we can talk first. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure.
Right, and there's a $35 speaking fee.
Yeah.
They did David
Or
Hogg.
25 cents
Yeah,
a word.
paid David
whatever
Hogg.
he wants
Yeah.
to do.
Or a 15 token Mines deposit to each of us, right?
Yeah, that's like 7 cents.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
it's better than nothing, right?
Shoot high, Mark. Shoot high.
Yep.
Or is that per minute?
We charge by the word, don't we?
Yeah, word.
Yeah. You're gonna pay in tokens. We charge
Yeah,
by the word.
well, I'll be like
This
Josh.
Victorian
Word. Word.
Does Team have that thing like Skype did where it shows you how much everyone talked?
No.
That was always interesting.
Yeah, so you could charge based on how long they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe it's an OBS add-on. I'll have to check into that.
It's like those Sprint.
That's
deals
for
that you
paid
can sell.
members.
Wonder
That's
what
what it is.
Paid members.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you paid for it, then you could do that. But
Yeah.
the free
Yeah.
one, no.
Yeah, and everybody out there, make sure you put in for your your super chat.
Yep. That YouTube keeps a percentage of.
Yeah, right. You guys got so quiet so quick. We had a couple more minutes to talk before I
Uh-oh.
switch us over. Come on now.
Yeah, but you started talking about charging by the word, so everybody got quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's short
All right,
this
Dave,
month.
set your alarm for an hour so you can wake up and join us for Willie.
You want me back here for Willie?
Yeah, it's a special one tonight. I've got a lot planned for it.
You got a lot planned for it, but I have
Yep.
no clue as to what the heck the plan is.
No,
Usual.
I don't either because I just made that up. But still.
Oh, okay, all right.
So you're here.
I'm afraid that when Willie's here, there's going to be at least 4 people in the chat, and I won't be able to do it because you're limited to only 4.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, which is what's happened every time I've been on with Willie.
I'm going to add a feature that if you talk over somebody, you instantly get kicked.
Oh, I'd get kicked so often.
Now, see, that wouldn't be a good idea with me, though. Because if you kick me,
No.
we all get kicked off the air. And then reconnecting is a bitch.
Yeah. Willie. Oh, Willie.
Hey!
Motivation.
Yeah, him. Yotivation.
She's back. She's back.
Oh no,
She's
sorry.
back, she's back, she's back.
Univation.
Univation.
Univation. You gotta call her by her proper name.
My imposter name.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's Yolanda.
That's
It would be
more
Yolanda
crazy
now.
than you could imagine.
In Spanish, it's
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Yolanda. That's beautiful. Yolanda?
Yolanda. The Y is a J.
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Yolanda, get down here and put your shoes on.
That's it.
Don't you know?
Yeah. That's almost as bad as Husky Varna.
Oh, no.
Yep.
In the chainsaw stuff again.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're close enough. I'm going to get us over to the other side. Yo, we're going to come right back to this room, so we'll be right back. Folks?
Very
We're
good.
just all gonna hang up, yo, and then just come right back in, okay?
Yep, yep.
You got it.
When I call.
All right.
Flat Earth.
All right, that was the pre-show for Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Coming up is the main event. Hour 1 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Don't. There you are. Waiting for Doc to come in. And yo.
So, Mark, you got to do like a, I don't know, some sort of a special video about how you can actually upload consistently to YouTube for 5 years and only get one view.
Yeah. I think it's the algorithm.
Yeah, well, you don't use hashtags or descriptions.
I hate
so-
hashtags.
Well, YouTube doesn't ignore you. Like, you don't exist if you don't use them.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. I don't have time for that with all the other platforms.
I thought you typed like 300 words a minute.
Even so, I still have how many other platforms that I deal with besides them?
So you copy and paste them all.
Right.
You type them
And
on,
they don't
copy,
show
paste,
up
paste,
because
paste.
I've tried that before.
You've tried to copy paste hashtags
Mhm.
and they don't show up.
They don't show up.
You're lying.
I've copy pasted them, and you have to go and backspace over each one of them so that they're highlighted in order to come up.
But if you type them out with a space in between them and you copy paste them, then when you
Even if
Paste
you,
'em.
when you paste them as
they'll
a
have
group,
space there.
they don't show.
I don't know, Doc. Have you ever heard of that?
For me,
I don't load to. I don't do anything with YouTube, so I have no idea.
Okay.
YouTube is there is no chance that any of my content will ever be seen on YouTube. In fact, it's likely to get my YouTube account banned. So I only post to Odyssey and Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, too.
yeah. And even now that Josh is back, he's scraping.
Joshua's back?
Yeah, Josh is back, and Josh was back on. What am I doing? We're behind.
Oh no!
Yeah. All right. Give me a minute.
A minute.
Yeah.
Poor favor.
So the cunning linguist, you send him all his messages. He's good. He knows what to do.
All right. 30 seconds.
Yeah, you. You sound good tonight, yo, by the way.
She does. Best she's ever
Oh,
sounded
sister.
in a long time.
I'm talking directly into my mic.
And you've had time to buy like a carpet in your room and maybe a houseplant.
And
to
here's
rub
your
all that
countdown.
dust.
5,
Sitting on
4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side for the very first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday Night Edition for January 14th, 2026. USA, USA, USA is all I got to say, folks. God, I love my country. With us tonight, we've got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
Howdy, 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 folks. Enjoying the sweet bliss of Europeans enjoying American culture as they have
Absolutely.
for the World Cup.
It's so cool, and I can't wait to dive into it. With us also tonight, Yotivation Nation is back in the scene, back in the house. What's going on, yo?
Liz, it's so good to be back with you tonight. And it's also President Trump's birthday today, Flag Day. Woo, woo.
Yep.
Good day.
The UFC fights going on. I wonder if there'll be much spillover to that from some of the people enjoying the FIFA soccer games going on here in the United States. Big deal. My feed is loaded. You know, you watch a couple of these things, suddenly your feed is just loaded with all these videos of Europeans driving around. I saw a guy sitting in a Ram pickup truck, and he's on the highway. He's like, I just rented this thing 5 minutes ago, and I'm on the highway. It's like I'm on the highway in America in a Ram pickup truck.
That is glorious.
Loving it. You know, I just want to like drive through a swamp. I want to go like eat this country alive. There's Freddie from Germany, who is becoming incredibly famous, documenting his trip across the South and the hospitality, the Buc-ee's, you know, discovering what a Big Gulp is, Taco Bell, you know, on and on and on. American culture, seeing an alligator in the wild, you know, it's different over here, man. America's different, and they always make fun of us for loving our country so much and flying our flags everywhere. But now they're seeing why we like it here so much, man. This is a fabulous country, folks. It's a fabulous country. I don't know, Doc, what do you say?
I have to agree. I mean, I love my country, which is why I hate my government so much. It's such a beautiful place. I've driven across it, up and down, north to south, east to west. I've done the trip from all the way from Pennsylvania all the way out to Oregon coast, and there is so much in this place to see and do, and so many wonderful people. I couldn't even imagine going to a foreign country. I've never had the desire in my entire life.
Yeah, I haven't left America much because, man, there's just so much here I haven't even started to see yet. You know?
Yeah.
There's just so much great things about America. And I'll tell you, as the great Jim Morrison said, for all you people touring the country, the West is the best. Right? Once you get past the Rockies, everything gets 10 times better. No offense to you East Coasters. I'm sure, you know, you got wonderful stuff out there, yo. But, you know, Doc and I will attest that the West is the best.
I have to agree.
In the West, I will give you that. But I like the green too much. I think the East is beautiful. And I think I heard one of these visitors to our country, they were so surprised that they could watch television without having to register. I mean, we do. We have it good here. Life is good in America.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's just, I mean, heck, we just saw that study come out recently about the UK where they, you know, asked everyone, where would the UK fall if it was a state? You know, between the richest, 50, the poorest. And everyone thought about 7th. And it turns out they'd be the 51st state. You know, America has an average annual GDP per capita of 96,000. You know? That's a lot. We're doing well out here. You go down the highway and it's just every car is new, shiny, huge, big, beautiful. Every house, I mean, you know, the neighborhoods just go on and on. I could drive around for days and just see insane real estate that you wonder how they even afford. How did you get that kind of money? It's just, you know, crazy big homes, estates. There's a part of Arizona I drive through where it's all just horse farms. You know, it's like for an hour and a half, you're driving by like 5, 10, 15,000 acre horse farms, right? That obviously breed, you know, some of the best horses in the world and whatnot. But I mean, you're looking at this property thinking, holy crap, what is that thing worth? That's got to be $15 million on the land alone. Incredible stuff. Just we have a country of abundance, and I'm so proud to be in America, and I love living here. It is so diverse. When people talk about diverse, I'm not talking about British diverse, where you we have kebabs and things like that. No, I'm talking about diverse as in, you drive for an hour and you went from a pine forest into a, high desert area or a high desert plain. Or, bam, you go north for a little bit and you hit the Grand Canyon like a wall and you're looking out over, holy cow, you can go in Los Angeles, you can go surfing in the morning and skiing in the afternoon. Or more realistically, you'd probably go skiing in the morning and then drive down and, go surfing in the early evening, because the slopes close at 4. So logistically, you'd probably want to do it the other way around, but I digress. Folks, America is amazing. There are just incredible diversity of everything. And like I say, these people going through the South, it's amazing. Wait until you hit Arizona, go up into California, the Sierras, you get into the Rocky Mountains of Colorado and Utah, and you start seeing some of the areas in between where there really are no games. It's a shame there's nothing in Denver, but just a plethora of just some of the most beautiful places you're ever going to see. And again, you drive an hour and everything changes. Yotivation, you've toured the country extensively. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I think it's a wonderful nation like that. We never left the nation. Don't really care to. I love America. I've been to Canada, but that was long before you needed a passport to get there.
Well, Canada's not really a country, but I digress. Go ahead.
That's America's attic. That's what that is.
Yeah. Hey, if they can win a Stanley Cup in every 30, 40 years or so, that'd be nice. But once they do that, I'll take them seriously.
They're nice people.
Their government's insane. Their government's absolutely insane. But yeah, the people are pretty nice. I mean, especially the Canadians that have live in the western part out in Alberta and British Columbia. They're very much in line with the two different sides of America. I don't know what's going on with the eastern half, though. They seem like they're a little crazy.
If North Dakota absorbed like Alberta, it would just be one people. You know what I mean? It'd just be like half the size of New York, population-wise, but way bigger than Alaska, probably. But you get my point. It'd just be one people. They wouldn't take much integrating.
Yeah, and British Columbia would basically just be an extension of our current the Pacific Northwest coast. So they're basically the same people as well as the people on the Pacific Northwest coast.
Yeah, make them part of Washington. Just have Washington State absorb it. Yeah, there you go. Or Greater Idaho.
Well, Greater Idaho, I'd prefer to be in Greater Idaho myself at this point with the way that the communists are, but that's a whole different story.
We'll become a Mormon.
You got to watch out for those guys too.
So it is a beautiful thing here to, America 250th anniversary. I'm starting to feel the energy, man. I'm starting to feel the vibes. I'm starting to feel the love for this country exploding. And I can't wait to watch it man, I was 6 years old when the first, when the bicentennial happened. And I remember it just lasted weeks. It was everywhere. It was huge. I remember getting a Schwinn bike. My first bike was the red, white, and blue America 1776 edition Schwinn. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking
about? $1. You're lucky.
Yeah. But it was, just a full-on thing. I remember several of our parents and their friends had American red, white, and blue themed cars that came out for the bicentennial, right? Even I knew it. One of my friends' dads had a Porsche, like a 924 or something that had the red, white, and blue pinstripes on it. So even the Germans were getting in on it. And I'm not seeing as much of that this year, but I really am starting to feel that energy in the air. And I just look forward to what's about to happen here over the next few months. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think 4th of July is probably going to be like the pinnacle, I think it's going to be over the top.
Mm-hmm. Now, I see we have a guest here with us tonight. the cunning linguist. Are you there?
Is muted. Cunning linguist, it's your innovation. Would you like to join us in this conversation? You are muted, so you can unmute to join us.
There you go. We don't often bring someone in the middle of the show like this, folks, so bear with us. Is that you, cunning linguist?
That should be me if you can hear me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll call you KL because I don't want to accidentally get censored by the radio stations for pronouncing your name wrong.
I didn't think about that actually when I typed it in. I should have picked something else.
So we were just talking about everything going on in America. And by the way, we are live on the air. Welcome to the show. Please make sure not to curse or anything like that. No swearing. Family-friendly show. And otherwise, speak your mind and let us know what's going on. You're in the UK. What part of England, I guess, are you from?
I'm in the West Midlands. So pretty much
West
in the centre.
Midlands. So by kind of Manchester?
No, it's a bit further south. Birmingham would be probably the only city around here you would know. I doubt people would have heard of places like Walsall and Dudley.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you on. We were just talking about the World Cup over here in the United States. And I mean, are you a soccer fan?
Ironically, no. My granddad played professionally for a team called West Bromwich Albion. And you tend to grow up either becoming a fanatic or just getting bored with it. And I was one of the latter. So, a funny story, I actually put an alarm in for quite a famous footballer. I had no idea who he was at all. I'm turning up to take all my tools in, and he's standing looking at me with a face like thunder. And as I walked past him, he went, "Before you ask, I don't give autographs." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I walked past him. Came back out, he went, "No, I'm serious, I don't give autographs." And it turns out he actually played for Aston Villa, and he played for England later on. Got no idea who he was, but I think he thought I'd looked at him, recognised him, and just thought he looked like himself. And he seemed quite perturbed when I hadn't got a clue who he was. I suppose he was used to people falling over him.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's just how little of a football fan I am. I've literally never watched a full football match all the way through. I did try.
No, we're talking about soccer. Okay.
Soccer. Yeah.
No, we're talking soccer, not football.
Yeah, handball. So, I've literally never watched a full soccer match all the way through. I tried with an England match once after my son nagged me and fell asleep about half an hour.
I'm kind of the same way, man. I've never really sat through one. It's just very boring. I think, we've been out at the bar and we watched one. It was on the TV while we were there, and that's why we were there, according to one of my friends. But the rest of us just had afternoon having a conversation, and occasionally we'll go, and what's the score again? Okay, still 1-1. Great.
Yeah. To be honest, some of the South American teams are fantastic. To watch, even as someone who doesn't like football, the skill's amazing. The problem I had with the England game is I reckon you could have gone into any pub in the country, just picked 11 people at random, and they would have put in more effort. They probably wouldn't have been as skilled, but there was just no effort. The ball was like 5 meters away in a pass, and they just couldn't even be bothered to run to it, so they'd let the other team get it. It just seemed like a complete lack of effort. Like they didn't want to mess their hair up because they'd got a photo shoot.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we were talking kind of about how the biggest draw for us is, here in America, like we don't watch soccer. It's not a sport that we're into it really at all. But if it's here, we'll have fun with it. And we've been really welcoming in the people from around the world. I don't know if you've seen some of the, Ireland is Scotland is down in Texas right now playing, I think, Korea. And man, did they roll out the carpet for those guys. They are really just embracing it. And I think we're showing the world, and the world is getting a look into America that they normally don't see. And suddenly they're seeing a lot of things that are just amazing and cool. And so America is getting a chance on our 250th anniversary to sort of show the world what we're about and how safe and beautiful and, you know, amazing it all is. And just, I don't know. And just, you know, as Americans in our anniversary, we love to take pride in that sort of thing. So it's kind of a hidden surprise. I wasn't expecting to see that. And yet it's pleasantly surprising to see that sort of perspective from the rest of the, you know, or well, from the rest of the world, and especially people visiting here. I don't know. What say you on that?
Yeah, I would argue to an extent that if it's done properly, it doesn't really matter what the thing is. You can still get a lot of people involved, having a good time, stepping outside their comfort zone, even if the actual sport that's the cause of it isn't actually, you know, like a lot of the stuff going on is more ceremony and just the big deal surrounding it. I'd imagine there's a lot of people having a lot of fun doing that with no interest at all in the sport itself unless they're rooting for their own team. It doesn't stop you enjoying the spectacle just because you're not a fan of the sport.
Mm-hmm. And Yotivation, man, I know you are pretty good friends here with KL. You've been, you know, in contact with him for the last year or two. And I was wondering what kind of questions, you know, you invited him on, and I'm glad you did, but what do you have to ask him? What's going on? I know you guys have a lot to talk about, so I think I'll give you the mic and let you sort of run with it, right?
It's a wonderful thing for us to be able to put, you know, a sound to the words. We had a wonderful conversation today, and it was today that I decided I would like to ask you on the show because we were talking, you know, I'm a big, huge Trump fan. I'm a hopium addict. You know, I admit it all the time. And you kind of try and bring reality to the conversation and bring the facts and remind us of why certain things may be nice, but probably not feasible. And today we were talking about COVID in particular and Nuremberg 2.0. And you were bringing up so many great points about Nuremberg 2.0 and that if we did have a Nuremberg 2.0, so many people would die, including, in your perspective, President Trump, not in mine. Again, we agree on a lot of things and we disagree on a lot of things as well. But you brought up so many fantastic reasons why this is maybe a far-fetched idea that I have and that it probably wouldn't happen anyway until after President Trump passes away. Because you think, and I can't deny, that there is some kind of involvement or, you know, that he has some accountability for a certain part of the vaccines and warp speed. So I wondered if you would kind of rehash that on the air and share some of the thoughts that you shared with me today.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, the first part of it was more, I've seen quite a lot of avid Trump supporters talking about Nuremberg. It wasn't actually a criticism of the concept itself. It was just that when I look at it personally, during Nuremberg, one of the things that people still talk about to this day was they were quite categoric about the fact that saying, well, I was ordered to do it or I was just following orders. So it was an external influence, and sometimes these people would have been shot if they didn't do it, but that still wasn't allowed to be an excuse. My point with that is it's great when you're looking at, you know, a lot of the people sort of lower down that, yeah, you know, I do think some example needs to be made of this, similar to what they did with Nuremberg. I don't think people in Nuremberg were a bunch of psychopaths who just wanted to kill a load of people. I genuinely believe the idea was that if all they've done is jailed them, it's not as much of a deterrent as actually executing people. So if I recall correctly, there weren't that many people executed. I think it was a balance. It's let's kill a few people, the worst offenders, set an example, and then fewer people will be likely to do the same sort of thing again. I think that was the thinking. But my point about Trump was, even if He's not complicit at all. He didn't know about, even though the government was given all the documentation about the testing, the side effects, the people they were removing from the trials to keep the numbers down. And that was all hidden by the NIH and other organisations. So he genuinely didn't know they were dangerous. The problem is that when you are the leader, the one person who can say, no, you cannot do that. I don't think this is the way we should be going. You can't then say, oh, but, people were influencing, people were telling him to do it. At the end of the day, being the leader still means the buck stops there. So even if you allowed for, lobbyists and his advisors misleading him on the whole process, if the people lower down can't say, well, I was coerced, therefore I shouldn't be executed, you can't then go, oh, yeah, but the person at the top giving them those orders, he should be allowed to just be let off because he had people whispering in his ear as well. It just seems an inverse. If anything, you would think people would be more inclined to do it the other way around and go, well, you were in charge. We can't give you any leniency. But these people low down who might have been shot if they didn't do stuff, well, we can give a bit of wiggle room there because they weren't a linchpin. And that was all my point was, that it's one thing to say, and I don't necessarily disagree with the idea of Nuremberg. The only reason I pointed that out is I don't think people have thought, well, what about the person who actually ordered warp speed? He's not completely unrelated to the issue. Everything that happened because of warp speed, ignoring the 10, 15-year safety trials, is all because it was rushed through, whether it was by mistake because he was misled. He's still the person who signed it into law.
Yeah.
Authorized.
Well, he was listening to Fauci and whatnot at the time, right? I mean, I think he's learned afterwards what a mistake he'd made, but it took him a while. Well, much too long.
That's one of the things I've got to admit I do have a bit of a problem with, because even like when he first got back in office, a lot of stuff was already coming out about the links between them and side effects and illnesses. Later on, we've had more detailed stuff about how the entire VAERS system was designed to miss triggers that should have alerted people. I would have looked at it very differently if he'd said, look, I think I was misled. I'm going to make sure it's looked into, and anybody who lied about what they did, what they didn't do, hid dangers and misled me to authorise them, they're going to be hunted down and they're going to get justice. Instead, it's like he's still praising it, that his own warp speed's a fantastic thing, and he still wants people to look at him favourably for doing it, even though we know now that it probably.
Well, he hasn't. You're talking about Trump?
Yeah. Trump.
No, he hasn't supported. He hasn't talked positively on the vaccines, and since he was, 2015 or so.
When he first got elected, he was talking about warp speed very early on when he got into office, and then
he got a lot of pushback.
Another $500 billion to produce more.
Yeah, there were a bunch of people that pulled him aside and said, "Dude, you're nuts. Stop talking about this." And he did. He listened to him and said, "Okay, yeah, I was wrong." So he's learned his lesson on that.
I think
but was he guilty in Nuremberg trials is another question, right?
Well, it's not so much guilt as in guilt he was in on it. It was, like I said, that if you are the leader, and there were people contacting him and saying, look, what you're hearing is not, you can't make a vaccine this quickly. And people were already talking about likely side effects, because there was a similar thing. I forget what the disease was. It was one of the bird things, I think, about 2010, 2012.
And I want to hear your thoughts on this too. What do you think?
I do think that he is accurate. President Trump did want to be known as, I think it was the father of the vaccine or something like that. We had talked about this earlier. This is one thing.
Yeah, it was his baby for sure.
Yeah, that I just will not agree with the vaccine. And I think Cunning Linguist brings up some great points, as much as I hate to admit it, that
he did push through Operation Warp Speed with the intention of trying to get us through it quicker than, the 10 or never years that the Democrats or the deep state, the rhinos, the treasonous people that are against us, wanted. So he was doing it with good intention, I feel, trying to get us through this as quickly as possible. However, in so doing, Cunning Linguist is correct that people did get harmed by a vaccine that was pushed through way too fast. And censorship, I would say that it has always been an unnecessary, unconstitutional, experimental mRNA gene therapy, bioweapons technology jab that nobody ever needed. And
when Trump was president, everyone said, "I'll never get the Trump jab." Remember? I'll never get that Trump jab. And then boom, Biden comes in, and they said, "It's you got to get it. It's safe."
And they got like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah,
I do think there's another layer to this that would actually put Trump right at the front if they did do a Nuremberg-style trial. He would be right at the front of the list because there's already extra layers of legal protection laid out for Fauci and for the vaccine manufacturers. You could maybe get the people who ran the tests and fudge the numbers to get them through the trials. But those other people, you're going to have to go to the Supreme Court to even be able to charge them because they've been given immunity. And so
wasn't the immunity done by the auto pen though?
That still needs to be challenged. They haven't actually brought a case to court that has said the auto pen is invalid. But yes, it was done by
I think there is also a clause, though, with emergency use authorization where, and also with normal vaccines, that if it's shown that they actually lied about what it would do and hid things like side effects,
yes,
the whole contract is null and void. Because it's part of the actual requirements that they're open and honest about the data. So if they've done that anyway, which it appears they have, all of the protections go out the window anyway.
And you bring up a good point. I'm sure everything that was placed in front of Donald Trump said this thing was safe and effective and you're a genius and you got it done, Mr. President. And you know what I mean? It's completely safe. And boy, look what we did. We got it in record time. We got it in warp speed time. Mission accomplished. Right. So he's thinking, hey, I did the good thing here. And then, again, when it first came out, everyone's like, hey, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's not. None of us knew. It took a little while for the numbers to start coming through and for Yodivation to start ringing that bell going, hey, this thing's poison.
Yeah, I got to admit, I mean, me personally, I didn't take any of them, but that was just literally based on the fact that I knew how long it took to do a safety study, so there was no way I was going anywhere near something that had been rushed.
Precisely. But anyway, we got a Brit here, and we talk about Keir Starmer all the time on this show, and what a ranker he was. And we even sometimes chant, Keir Starmer's away. You know what I mean? We'll go into that one. But it's great to have someone on from the UK. I personally love that place, but it looks to me like like it's us in 10 years if we don't wake up, right? And so I got a couple articles up. I'll just talk about this one here. Reclaim the Net reports that the ministers are reportedly drafting a law that would force Apple, Google, and the rest to make it impossible for a child to send or receive or view or share a single nude image. Executives who refuse this are looking at 5 years in prison. It's for the children, of course, in quotes, for the children. But it will basically be an intrusive app that will go on everyone's phone, client side, scanning everything you do, tied with your digital ID, which is, of course, optional, but you won't be able to access the internet or do anything on your smartphone, your computer, anything without it. And so we're really watching Keir Starmer roll out this 1984 government. Wow, how are you guys letting this happen? What is the mood in the street there? Are they just blind in the UK, or is this all cool, or what?
There is a term, and I can never remember it. you might know it. It's where people have a prevalence to assume that a status quo will continue.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget
Normalcy bias.
That's it, normalcy bias. That's the one. And I think it's that. I think as much as every indicator is showing that's not the case, that we're heading down a one-way street and there's a point of no return, which personally I think we're already past. Certainly from the immigration standpoint, the way I've always described it to people is this. If you've got a boat and you drill 100 holes in it below the waterline, if you then go, oh, maybe I should stop drilling holes in my boat, I'm not going to do any more, it's already too late, because the water will still keep coming in through the holes you've already drilled. Unless you patch the holes, you're not going to stop the ship from sinking. And I think that's the problem with immigration, especially considering for decades the thrust in Western countries has been don't have children because of the climate scam, which they've just admitted was vastly exaggerated and was never going to happen, not in the way they were portraying it. So they've used that to persuade the indigenous people to not have children. Then they've got, oh, look, you're not having children. We're going to have to bring in a load of people from these third world countries because they breed like rabbits. And that's the problem, that we've basically got millions of holes drilled in our boat. If we just don't drill any more holes from today onwards, they're still leading in water.
Yeah, it's still going to sink. And I mean, it's a 1,000-year-old country, 1,500 some. I mean, it's to say you don't have roots there and you don't have, an English people that deserve to live in the English country is shocking to me. It's like saying the French don't deserve France.
They're their own genetic pool. Even sorry to interrupt. I mean, but yeah. There's an English genetic pool. Like that's how long they've been in one place.
As there's Japanese, as there's, and you deserve to have your countries, man. How can they just sit by and watch it go down the tubes like this? I mean, what I think we're at a point now where 40% of the kids 60% of the kids in English schools are native, British. Whereas 10 years ago, that was 70%. You know what I mean? It's 10% down every year. Kids in kindergarten kids are a minority now if they're white British.
Well, I mean, those are the averages, but bear in mind, a lot of Britain is still quite rural. If you actually look at the reality in inner city areas, I mean, where I live is not a city, but it's quite a heavily populated area. You'll regularly see the school kids walking, say, to the swimming baths or just out somewhere with the teachers, and you'll look a lot of the time, and if 10% of them are white, that's it. But I mean, even that isn't so much the issue. I mean, what people tend to ignore, and this is how they frame it as racist, is that it's not technically a problem with race. If you had a country that had got a lot of the same behaviours, attitudes, and culture of an African country, Islamists, but they were white, it still wouldn't make a difference. Yeah. You still wouldn't want them.
It's not about race at all. It's about culture and religion.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, we've always been a multicultural country. That's one of the things they keep using to brow people, and it's true. I grew up, there was black, Indian, Middle Eastern kids at my school, but apart from the fact they were a different colour, you wouldn't know they were from a different culture. They were as British as anybody else.
Yeah, y'all hung out together. They didn't separate into cliques and not.
Yeah, I mean, I literally didn't see any real racism until I moved to a place called Small Heath when I was 18. I'm 58 now, so that was 40 years ago. So, I mean, this isn't a new problem. When I was there, I had Asian teenagers, Muslims, literally tell me to my face that Britain would become a Muslim country and that they were going to outbreed us. They were literally saying that to my face 40 years ago. Now, I'm not saying everybody's got that view, but you don't need that many people to have it. Plus, what percentage are the ones who feel comfortable enough to vocalise it are mirrored by people who think the same but wouldn't want to say it publicly.
Well, the good news is in like 5 years, Starmer will come up for re-election, right?
I think that'll be too late, personally. I think Starmer is one of those people, and I think Biden was the same. I think sometimes what they do, they'll get a person into power to be a one-term person, and they're given a list of the most obnoxious things they know nobody's going to like, but their job is to just push it through. As long as they get it done before they either get voted out or just removed by some other method, it doesn't matter, because as much as the opposition party in the two-party system sits there going, oh, we would never do that, we don't agree with this, the moment they get into power, the tendency is to actually expand on it rather than remove it. This is where I think, it's not just America that's got people calling it a uni party, because that's what we have. Labour and the Tories both seem to be going towards the same goal. They just do it in a slightly different way and at a different pace. They very rarely undo anything that the previous government did, even though they found it abhorrent at the time.
And you mentioned Labour and Tories. I mean, what has happened in England is insane when you look at the death of Labour and the Tories. It's like the Democrat and Republican Party in America died overnight. Labour and Tories were in power for the last 100 years, and they just died overnight. It's incredible. I don't know. What's your reaction on that? We got about 2 and some minutes left.
We've got the same problem here, where, like I said, it's really just starting to seem like a uni party. You've got the words that are very different and polarized, but the actions aren't. And words aren't as important as actions. And a lot of it's just political theatre. It's like raised voices, thumping tables for the peons like me. And they just assume we'll just buy into it, that, they're angry about that. They'll get rid of that as soon as they get in power. But do they? No. If anything, they'll just expand on it and make it more intrusive.
And what Reform just did to Labour in the last by-elections, was it a by-election?
It was for councillor elections, and they're local. I don't know what you'd class those as in America, like what the equivalent would be.
They almost seem like local governments, all like if everyone's mayors and whatnot, we're all elected at once. It almost seems like that. City halls and mayors,
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, they just deal, like you said, with the local community, but it's still quite powerful, because although the government might want them to do a certain thing, they can choose not to an extent. So I suppose in a way that's a little bit like the local councils here are very much like almost the states in America, but on a smaller scale, and probably more so the counties within a particular state.
Exactly. Well, the cunning linguist is our guest here tonight, but we do have to go to a break, folks, so bear with us. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show. Sunday night edition. We're on every Sunday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So check us out right here on this channel on Wednesday nights as well. But we do have to go to commercial break right now. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break. Yo, what's going on with your audio again? Are you on Wi-Fi?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, it's the same thing as ever, Yotivation. You start out crackly, and then the more you talk, the more you become perfect, and then like 1 or 2 sentences in, you're perfect.
Yeah.
Right? But your first sentence, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, even right now, it's a little kind of garbled in between.
Well, I'm sad about that. Cunning linguist, I'm
See,
really
now
glad
it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah, but your first words were cut. Like, I think you just need to talk aggressively and like right out of the gate and get to that second sentence status.
I'm going to say, just a thought, could it be noise cancelling that's overcorrecting?
That could be it too. Some sort of filter in there.
Yeah, sometimes noise cancelling, if it's working.
And she wasn't doing it before the show.
No, it did not happen before the show.
and I don't do anything to change it, so I don't
Didn't happen
know.
right
No,
there.
no, but Windows, if you're on Windows, has a way. If you're using a browser, it will take over your microphone.
Exactly. We've got 2.5 minutes before we come back. Yo, quickly reinstall Windows, really quick.
Not Windows. Just go into settings, go to your sound, and under sound you'll see recording, and click it to 100.
My
Yeah,
settings.
it's in your control panel.
I'm looking here.
You go control panel, sound, click it, and then click. You'll see speakers come up, and then there's a tab that says recording. Make sure that that's at 100, and click OK. Otherwise,
I'm not sure if I got into the right area or not. I'm under audio settings.
Yep. You gotta go. You gotta go into the control panel first, and then you'll see a speaker. You'll click that speaker. Then from the speaker, after you get in there, you'll see it's tabbed, and it'll say recording, and that's your microphone. And you gotta set that up all the way, and click OK once 100%.
And I don't understand why you sound perfect now while
Yeah,
I'm trying
me
to
either.
fix this.
Yep.
And you only did it on the radio. It's weird.
Yeah. We were crystal clear before all that.
Oh, there you go. There's a conspiracy theory in the brewing, isn't it?
They're trying to censor. They're trying to censor. Censorship sucks. That's the show. But anyways,
What did you do to the NSA, Yoda?
What hasn't
God
she
only
done?
knows. I've hurt everybody's feelings.
yeah, Gary's shorting your mic out on his side because of the tears he's crying. But anyways, we got 30 seconds and we'll be back on air.
All right. Anything in
Really?
particular you want to talk about, KL?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll be honest. I keep not picking up on it straight away when you say that. No, nothing off air really. Other than I've got to admit, I'm surprised at what Yotivation seems
Okay.
like.
Look out, cats, dogs, and kids. Quick countdown. 3,
Oh, you ain't heard
2,
nothing yet.
1,
Wait
and
a
you're
second.
live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We got a full house tonight. We've got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
Not too much. Enjoying this interesting conversation we have from our guest today, KL, as you've been calling him, is joining us from the UK.
Yep.
So it's been a good conversation.
Yep, and I'll get to him in 1 second. Yotivation is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Yotivation. Longtime guest of ours.
Yeah, good to be back. I'm glad you always have me back.
Well, I say guest because you haven't been here in a while, but you're a co-host. You're a co-host, have been, always will be. It doesn't matter. You know,
Yeah,
you're co-host.
Yeah,
And
it's-
Cunning Linguist here. Cunning Linguist is our special guest tonight, coming all the way from the UK. What is it, about 2:30 in the morning over there?
Yeah, 2:45.
Okay, 2:45. That means we're coming back on the air right on time.
Good man. Good man.
And yeah, it's good to have you on the show. Have you seen this video? And I mean, you're from the UK, and I love talking about the UK. I think it's an amazing country. It's got so much opportunity, so much potential at this point, and it frustrates me to the end of the world how they're throwing it away, what idiotic decisions they seem to make on a daily basis. It just keeps getting worse. The Dundee girl, remember her up in Scotland? The girl in Dundee. She had an axe in one hand and a machete in the other, and she's in the microphone going, "Get away from my sister! Get away from me, you scumbags!" 12-year-old girl out there with a machete and an axe, telling this, invader to get away from her and her sister. The dude, every press out there, the BBC, all of it said this was racism. The guy was just going for a walk with his sister, and it turns out a couple years later now we find out guilty. The guy was harassing the little girls, put them in such a state of shock and fear that they felt it necessary to pull out and brandish illegal weapons on the streets there. You know, things that would be no big deal in America, but obviously are a big deal in Scotland. And she, I mean, vindicated completely. I don't know. What do you have to say about that? Is that a big story over there, or is just no one, covering this at all like they are here?
I think it was a little bit unfortunate that the details of that really came out around the same time as the NOAC event. I think it probably would have been better if the two hadn't happened together, but it's like there's so little gaps now in between the stabbings and the attempted beheadings that, good luck trying to actually have something like that come out when there isn't something else similar going on. And that's always going to upstage it, because as you get in America, we have the same problem where, because it was a positive outcome for the white person, the media isn't really interested. We do get that a lot here. Like you get the meme, which is a joke, but it does mirror reality of, oh dear, we've just found out the race of the perpetrator. We won't be discussing this news story anymore. That kind of thing.
Now, I feel like I'm hogging your time, and I like to share the mic quite a bit. So, Yotivation, what kind of questions do you have still? I know you have many.
No, I just I enjoy having conversation with Cunning Linguist. We speak regularly, and he brings a lot of interesting topics to the conversation. He expands my mind. He expands my thinking, and I enjoy being challenged by him. And I think that he does the same as well. A lot of people today.
I'm sorry. I was wondering if you had a question for him. I didn't offer you a chance to suck up to him.
I have one word. No, I can't say it. It starts with an F and ends with U. No, I just enjoy listening to his perceptions, his takes on things. I find he supports President Trump in a lot of things, but he also isn't afraid to voice his problems with President Trump too. Whereas I go out there and I try and always to represent President Trump in the positive light. And I did give him what I thought was some ammo today when we were talking again about COVID, and it was President Trump he was discussing, and we had talked about how President Trump had gotten COVID, and then that would have given him natural immunity, but then he went out and he got that vaccine again, and that really upset me. And I don't like to usually say things about President Trump that are negative, but that was one thing that I admitted to today. I just was
So can you say that again in the form of a question?
No, I just I don't have it in me.
You could have
Doc,
just
what
started
questions
by
do you have
saying,
for Gail?
well, you could have just started by saying, do you know what I thought today? Because that's kind of a question. And then go into
Yeah, you know what I thought today? Thanks, Cunning Linguist.
Doc, what about you? What questions do you have for him about the state of England and what it's actually like over there?
Well, my concern for you guys right now is very much on the economic scale. Besides, you've talked about the immigration issue a little bit. What's the effects like regarding the restrictions on fuel coming out of the strait? I mean, are you guys getting as heavily impacted economically as it seems our news wants us to think you guys are?
It's. I was just trying to think. I drove past the petrol station today. I think it's back down to about 171, but that's for the litre here.
Okay, so converting that'd be about 25 US
no,
per
more
liter.
It's 4.5 litres in a gallon.
Yeah, about 4, right?
Be nearly 10. Oh, yeah, about 8.
Okay, so $8 a gallon US.
Well, £8, so that'd probably be about.
Oh, £8, so like 12 US.
Yeah,
a gallon, which is shocking. $12 a gallon US. I've got a 35-gallon tank in my van, so yeah, that's a lot of money at $10.
Yeah, I've got to admit the price of fuel doesn't affect me at all because I only ever put £20 in at a time, so it costs me the same all the time.
Yeah, but you do it twice a day now.
That was actually a joke originally. That's where someone's complaining about the price at the pump, and someone else goes, "No, mate, just put £20 in. It's always the same price." But which ironically is actually probably part of the problem today, that people just don't seem to have common sense. There's probably people out there who would actually say that and genuinely mean it and not realise why it's stupid.
That is a real problem. Economic illiteracy is a dominant strain throughout many people.
And I just think general common sense as well, just talking to people. It's nothing like when I was growing up. If you came out with some crap when I was a teenager, everybody would call you out. They'd spot it straight away. Now you can come out with, I've done it as a joke with people, come out with ridiculous stuff, and they're attentive and they're just eating it up. They can't even see that it's a sarcastic joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and honestly, in breaking news, I want to, we're talking about gas prices here. So, Trump signed he announced that on Friday in Geneva, they're going to be signing world peace with Iran. World peace, folks. Peace in the Middle East. Finally, it's happened. Peace in the Middle East, once and for all, forever. Never again will there be any bloodshed in the Middle East. It's going to happen on Friday. Gas prices are plummeting. Monday morning, limit down, until, Monday around 10 a.m. when they start bombing, UAE again, Kuwait, Israel. They're just going to start lobbing bombs Monday morning, and poof, I don't know. He's going to sign this thing on Friday. Are you kidding me? You're going to sign a peace agreement with these guys on Friday? You know how much war is going to happen between now and Friday?
Well, actually, I don't know whether it's true or whether it was something that was posted late, but I saw something earlier after I'd read the release from Trump saying that there was an agreement, saying that Israel had already started strikes and Trump had asked them to not do any more. And he's actually
Trump called Netanyahu the F word or idiot.
One of the problems is, and I don't know exactly how accurate it is, but people are generally suggesting that while there's conflicts going on, Netanyahu is safe from some kind of ongoing investigation or possibly even criminal charges. And so it's in his interest to keep it going.
Well, I think Netanyahu's using this window before any peace deal is signed to just get things done that he can't do later. You know what I mean? Like if they've got a couple last targets that they really want to get done, I think that's what he's using this opportunity for. And it's against Trump's interest, but it is what it is. And folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break.
Didn't mean to write over you. That's what I do when we hit the hard breaks.
Thanks for coming in, KL.
Yeah.
And it's really good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I miss you guys.
Yeah,
We've missed you.
Great to have you back.
Yeah, KL, I don't get to do this show very often anymore, so I haven't been on in many, many, many weeks.
Months, not weeks, months. Months, not weeks.
See, I'd been watching a reply on the actual thread on Minds, and I hadn't refreshed the page with the message in the stupid messaging system that's a pile of trash. So that's literally why I was late. I'd been checking the discussion and refreshing that, but I hadn't refreshed the chat page, so I didn't see you'd actually sent a message.
Yeah.
I sent the links
understand how
here.
Lance can't do chat. You know, I mean, it's chat. It's so easy. I don't understand how they could never figure that out. It's embarrassing.
Come on. Yeah. But anyways, I sent the links here in the chat on.
We got to respond.
So, click on the link that you know that you want to take and listen to from there, whichever one works best for you, and you can see us and hear us from there. Just make sure the player's off, or we're going to get an echo. We're going to lose the room in probably about a minute, and then I'm going to bring us back. Okay, I'm going to let
KL, what we do is we all leave the room, reset it, and then come right back into it, and then we get another hour on it.
Yeah.
It's Teams, right?
It's Teams.
Okay, so where do I get the link from?
We're all going to hang up here in a second when Mark says so, and then it'll say the same link. Just hit the same. Just count to.
Yeah. Don't forget it's Sunday, so we're bringing Willie in.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
So okay.
This is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next segment is like a comedy segment. So have fun with it.
Apparently,
it's
the
a lot of
British
improv
censor
and
doesn't travel very well abroad.
Are you familiar with Willie?
Oh my God.
KL.
Willie, if you're there, hang up. I'm going to take and call us right back. We're not done yet, okay?
Yeah, we'll be in the next room in a second, Willie.
All right?
All
right. I'm hanging up right now, and everybody else hang up, and then I'm calling you right back. All right.
And just click that link again, KL.
Yep. All right, that was hour one. Hour two coming up of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. And we will have Warm Farmer Willie in with us. Look out, cats, dogs, kids, curtain climbers, and crumb beggars. Let me get the crew up here and going. Oops. There's Doc. There's Yo. Here comes John. And where's Willie? I got Willie coming in. All right. Hello, hello, hello. You all back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm here.
All right.
CS is not back yet, but he'll be back.
Let me try to get him back again. Good old John boy. Come on, John boy. Probably had
Are
to
you all in America, or is anybody here in Canada?
Not tonight.
I'm close. I'm one state away. I'm in Oregon.
That's a safe distance, I suppose.
I don't know. There's a lot of communists here too.
Here comes David Hoggington. And it's still trying to call Willie. Oh my God, Willie!
Yeah, every time someone calls me KL, I feel like a villain in a Superman movie.
I like it. Yeah, I feel that way too.
One of their names.
Yeah, KL. I love it. It's perfect. Like you're a killer. But David Hogg.
Yeah.
KL, have you ever heard of David Hogg?
There was that commentator, David Hogg, who was...
he went to Harvard, the shooting down in Florida.
He just happened to be at 2 shootings and...
Yep. On his bicycle. This is our friend David Hogg. He's in our room. David,
it's not the same David Hogg. It is not the same David Hogg. Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah.
Don't lie to your new
Come
guest.
on, Willie, get your
Otherwise,
butt
he'll
in
start
here.
dropping F-bombs.
Pick up the phone, Willie.
And I can't tell if it's your accent or not, but you might have dropped a couple F-bombs in the first segment, and please don't do that again if you did. If you didn't, no big deal.
I don't think I did.
No.
Now you're going to accuse them of dropping F-bombs. You are a terrible host.
I'm British, so I don't know. I mean, it's that ingrained into our normal everyday.
Yeah, at one point I thought I heard one, but it just went out so smoothly in that British accent that I was like, whatever. No one's even offended by that.
I was kind of hoping it'd be a bit like the jokes about Australians where they talk to Americans and it's understandable. They go, no, I can't understand a word you're saying. What language is that?
Yeah, well, they call you a cunt 5 times, and it's like not even offensive. You're like, oh.
Oddly enough, actually, I've just seen that sketch in a show. I'm watching something like Margot's Got Money Trouble. No, it wasn't. What was it? No, it was a rom-com. That's my guilty pleasure. I like rom-coms, even though I'm a straight male. With Jennifer Lopez and a British actor. And he was using the C word a lot and going, it's just like normal language to us. It's like you see your friend, you say, hello, C. And the guy's going, stop saying the word.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's like one of the words we can't say on the radio.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I wouldn't.
It is.
It is.
Oh, I would have thought
it is.
Right. I mean, I know there's like the 7 deadly words from
and they've added to it.
Okay. Gee, in the last 40 years, 50 years, they added more to it?
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that, right?
Can't say cum dumpster.
All right, so cunning linguistic. When we come back with Willie, just kind of hang back a little bit in the background and, I don't know, let him do his thing. Unless you want to interrupt him a lot. If you want to
actually, to be honest, because being British, I'm having withdrawal symptoms, so what I'll do, I'll just go make a quick cuppa.
Okay. Yeah, just listen to what Willie's doing. If you want to play off it at some point, go for it. But,
good luck getting the word in with Willie around. If he shows up.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring him in, and he's just, he's probably going to say, send me the link.
Yep. He's too busy consummating with his chainsaw.
He's got 2 of them to take care of
2 minutes
now.
earlier. Now he's good.
I'll try and resist the urge to make jokes about somebody trying to guide Willie in.
Guide Willie in. Jeez.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you gotta love the humor. It's like a term like Willie is much more blatant in British English. Like we just think Willie, they think Dick immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Fanny in American though, because Fanny here means something completely different.
Yes, when she said "stick it my fanny," that's not what she meant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you're garbled again.
Yep. You're robot. You sound. She fixed her name.
Yes, I
joke, but she fixed it. But you sound like you're a
her microphone.
That's too bad. I don't know what's going on. I'm
there
sorry.
he is.
The court.
Univation, try turning it back to an I and see if that fixes your microphone.
Okay, Willie.
Don't waste your time.
Turn your microphone back on.
Hey.
What's up, Willie?
Hi, man.
Hey, we got a full house tonight, Willie.
Man, I'm looking at them, man. I'm excited. Look at him. Hey.
All right, 30 seconds. You don't have time to.
David Hall. Hey, y'all. And we got somebody named Cunning Linguist.
Yeah, be careful with that one.
It's KL.
I never heard of that. Who?
KL.
If you want to get your tongue around
KL.
He's British.
Yeah, that's sure.
And look out, cats, dogs, and kids. Here comes your countdown. 5,
I'll tell you,
4, 3, 2, 1. And look out. You're live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Yeah, and that's why I was telling him the earth is round, man. Anyway, I got to go. I'm on the radio. Hello, folks. Welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. And we are here having a great time. June 14th, 2026. All kinds of stuff going on in the great United States of America and all over the world for our audience. Folks, it is Flag Day here in America. Flag Day. It is Donald Trump's, our president's birthday today. He was born on Flag Day. Did you know that? That's why he loves the flag so much, why he loves America so much. Born on Flag Day. It's like being born on the 4th of July, you know? It's a beautiful thing. Folks, we've got the UFC fights going on in the White House lawn this evening. That's going to be a big event. We've got the World Cup kicking off coast to coast. We've got Europeans out there posting all kinds of stuff about how they're discovering what a big gulp is. And oh, it's my new favorite thing, a big gulp. I've been drinking those for 40 years, folks. I love me a big gulp. You gotta love 7-Eleven. But Willie is with us tonight. Willie Lee from down there in, are you in Sandy Run or are you in Waldo, Florida?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, I'm up here in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, he didn't introduce me proper, like, man. Hey, this here's Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina. Hey, I sell worm hot dogs and pea jugs too. Hey, look at him. Hey, we got Yotivation Nation in the house and David Hogg. Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, Yotivation messed up her mic, so good luck.
Yeah, hey, I missed y'all. Hey,
dipped it in ranch dressing.
Linguist.
Yeah, she drank. Well, Willie, watch this. She dunked it in ranch dressing when she was eating her chicken fingers earlier today. Now, cunning linguist, you're from England. Do you know what ranch dressing is?
I honestly don't. I mean, I can guess roughly what it is, but as far I've never tried it, so I've no experience.
It's mayonnaise with herbs.
That's what I was thinking of, actually, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Sour cream, actually.
Yeah, I was trying to make it so he understood.
What's up, Willie?
It's not mayonnaise with herbs. It's a lifestyle. Okay? It is a lifestyle. Ranch dressing is a career
John
choice.
Out here defending ranch dressing.
Yeah. I remember back when it was called house
why
dressing.
they don't have it in Europe. I don't know why they don't have it in Europe. Anything fried tastes good in ranch dressing, period.
I had me some wings with ranch dressing the other night, didn't you know?
We don't care. We don't care about ranch dressing. You gonna have a whole show and talk about ranch dressing? Come on, man. Hey,
somebody say ranch dressing.
Talk about Genie.
I'm not talking about ranch dressing.
Brainiac. Let's go. What do you got?
No, hey, I want to talk about other stuff, man. Hey, I am broadcasting live from the top of a billboard.
Talk about
I-26, man.
Hey, but you guys talking about ranch dressing?
No, hey, look out here. Hey, y'all killing me, man. Hey, I want to tell y'all about some stuff that's going on in the world. Come on. Hey, David Hogg. David Hogg. He gave me this idea way back when about cockroach milk, man. Hey, and we started farming these cockroaches. Hey, and now they have finally come out and they have said, and I'm reading it, man, this is a reputable article, man. Scientists have discovered that cockroach milk is 4 times more nutritious than cow milk. Hey, and that's where Doc 69 comes in. Hey, Doc, look at him, man. Hey, for $20.
I don't have any money this week. I'm telling you, I'm broke. I bet all on Paraguay to beat the USA in the World Cup, and, well, they didn't.
Hey, that's just one of the ideas I come up with, man. Hey, I got another idea too, man, about synthetic dolls, man. Look at here. Hey, you can get these women in the mail, and they're made of plastic. Hey, and I can take these. I take my worm hot dogs, and all I got to do is rubberize them. Hey, because y'all know I sell them worm hot dogs, and some of them glow in the dark. Hey, all I got to do is add an additive to them, man, and we can rubberize them, and we can put them in like a machine, and we can print out these dolls, man. Look at him. Hey, you talking about ideas? You got to have ideas. But I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man.
Wait,
hey,
you're gonna make dolls out of plastic worm hot dogs?
Yeah, man. Hey, and they're gonna be realistic. Realistic, man, is what they're gonna be. Hey, cunning linguist. Hey.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, I got a question for you. Hey, have you ever heard of the Cockroach Jananta Party? Hey, the Cockroach Jananta Party. Hey, they just started this up, man, and I'm gonna do it down here in Waldo, Florida, and up here in Sandy Run. We're gonna start us a cockroach party. Hey, this ain't no joke, man. Hey, this is a real thing, and they had a protest and stuff like that going on, and they got the leader of the party. He dresses up looking like a cockroach. Hey, that's a good idea right there. Come on. Hey, that's you, cunning linguist. What do you think?
He thinks you're an idiot.
No, hey, you got to have ideas, man.
Awesome.
Just wait till he finds out that the cockroach milk, you are going to sell it under the term willy milk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come and drink my willy milk. I don't think it's going to sell.
Hey, there was a woman, I've seen her, man. She was up there talking to folks in Congress, and she said that men's breast milk was just as good as women's breast milk. Hey, they said it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that was mainstream news, though, man. Hey, here's something else is mainstream news. Hey, Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Hey, they're bigger and better, and that's why I need Doc 69 to come in, hey, and help me out just with a little bit of funding, man. All I need to do is some advertising. Hey, that's all there is to it.
If this deal in Iran is set, my Bitcoin is about to pump. So hit me up next week and we can talk.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Hey, and Aunt Mama Lou, she's all on board too. Hey, y'all see if y'all get. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, I get Aunt Mama Lou on the phone. She won't answer my phone call, man. Hey, every time I try, hey, for y'all out
I
there,
got her. I just tapped her into the room. Here you go, Willie.
Yeah, no, hey, Aunt Mama Lou.
Aunt Mama Lou, you there?
Yeah. Yeah, hey.
You in a rowboat? You got to talk louder.
What did you do to Aunt Mama Lou?
Sounds like she's in the submarine still.
Yeah, hey, she's on a boat, man. She's on a boat out in the swamp. Hey,
Yeah, there's too much nitrogen in that mix.
No, hey, Aunt Mama Lou, she started riding folks on boat rides out there in the swamp, and she charges $300 to take these tourists out there to the swamp. Hey,
and $200 to bring them back.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's 5,000 if they want to go back as well.
Hey, that's right. Hey, she gets them out there. She like, all right, now it's $200 to go back. And they said, I thought the $300 was round trip. She said, no, you just paid to go out into the swamp, man. It cost extra to get back. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou's crooked too. Hey, she been hanging around Saul Good, crooked as the day is long, man. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, I was telling them about you being a hoarder. How everything you get all this stuff off of Temu, and you got a whole house full of Temu items and stuff that you ain't even unpacked yet. Look, hey.
Yes, you never got a microphone to Temu.
We got a microphone from Temu.
She got a Temu microphone. Look at that. Hey, but I want to tell y'all something else too, man, about branding. Hey, Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. He like a brother, man. Hey, but he like a brother. Sometimes he does dumb stuff. Hey, but you gotta love him anyway. Hey, it ain't no lie. Hey, but he's all about branding. Hey, and I'm gonna do the same thing with Willie. Donald Trump, he hired a crew. He said, hey, y'all come on down here. Hey, and I'm going to pay y'all to put my name on the side of the Kennedy building, man. Hey, he started putting his name on the side of the Kennedy building. Hey, and then the Congress, they told him, they said, no, it was a judge. It was a judge told him, say, hey, you can't do that. You got to take it down. So now he had to pay these people to take his name off of the Kennedy Center, man. Hey, but that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to go up there to the state house.
That judge also said that he couldn't do the renovation, so he's happy to take his name off it because it's not going to get renovated. The Kennedy Center's screwed. It ain't going to come back. You know, it's done. Like we'll write it off in a couple years. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing to see, but yeah, because the left got so uptight about Trump putting his name on it and doing the renovations that they tried to stop it. They tried to stop everything he does. That reflecting pool that you were making fun of looks beautiful now. It looks gorgeous, Willie.
Yeah,
Just in time for the fireworks to reflect off that thing on the 4th of July.
Yeah, hey, Trump's pool boy did that reflecting pool, man. Hey, and charged $5,000 for a gallon of paint and sealing it, man. Hey, Trump got his name everywhere.
1, 2, 3. It ain't paint.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm going to do, though, man. Hey, I'm going to put Willie's Worm Farm on everything between South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, man. Hey, y'all going to see Willie's Worm Farm on all these buildings and everything else, man. Hey, I'm going to start branding myself, man. Hey, I'm looking, there's a banner. Donald Trump put a banner up there on the Department of Labor headquarters in Washington, D.C., man. Hey, I'm looking at it. Hey, it's got American Workers First with his picture on it, man. Hey, Donald Trump ain't dumb. He's all about branding. He got his name everywhere. Hey, and that's what I'm gonna need too. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, can you hear me or can we hear you? We can't hear you. You way back in the swamp. I think maybe somebody done tried to kidnap you. They got you muffled or something, man. Hey, we might have to get the law out there to come looking for you. Hey, but no, hey, look at here. I'm getting sidetracked, man. Or I'm sidetracking myself, or y'all sidetracking me, or something's going on, man. Hey, but there's other stuff going on in the news, man. Hey, Donald Trump, he told Iran, he said, look at him. He said, we're going to stop this here war, and all y'all got to do is stop enriching uranium, man. Hey, but the thing of it is we the ones that sold them a bunch of Iranian uranium. That's funny right there. Come on. Hey, no, but hey, he told him, he said, like, he said, I know I started this mess with y'all, but we're going to quit it now, okay? Y'all quit shooting at Israel, and y'all quit shooting at Lebanon, and quit shooting at us, and we're going to give you $25 billion. Iran said, well, that sounds like a good idea to me. So he going to talk about,
So you're telling me, Willie, if I start shooting at Iran, I can get 12 to 24 billion myself? Is that what I'm doing?
I don't know, man, but that's what I was looking at, man.
With a pontoon boat, because I think we could make a trip to the Strait of Hormuz, Willie, and we could make out like bandits.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, he got it going on. And like he started a whole bunch of mess, man. And now he wants to end it, and he can't end it. The only way he can end it is by paying them off. You're like, hey, man, I'm sorry I started this mess with y'all.
No, I agree. I agree. It's a horrible deal. They shouldn't get, any of that money back. They should be. It's a horrible deal. It's like those 50,000, I don't know, 100,000, whatever the number of Iranians that died in the protests on the street. It's like they died for nothing. Their death meant nothing.
It don't make any sense. Hey, but I know he offed a whole bunch of their top leaders and stuff, man. Hey, but there's other stuff going on in the news, man. Hey, did y'all hear about that woman? They threw her off of a bridge. Hey, it ain't funny. It ain't funny. It ain't funny.
I refused to watch the video. But I heard about it.
Yeah. Hey, they just threw a cunning linguist. Did you see that?
I didn't, to be honest. That's the first I've heard about it.
Yeah, no, hey, they took this woman, and her name, she was 21 years old, and her name was Maria Rodriguez de Freitas, and I was down there in Brazil, I think it was, man. Hey, and they was doing this bungee jumping off this bridge, and the way they do it is they get three of them, and they pick her up. They picked her up and threw her off of the bridge, and forgot to tie the cord to her legs, man. Yeah, no, hey, that's a true story. They forgot. Hey, and there was like 6 of them that got charged, and they knew they'd done wrong, and they started running, and they couldn't find them nowhere. They had to get a helicopter to find these people, man. Hey, but can you imagine that you think you're going bungee jumping? And I'm wondering at what point in time during her trip to the ground, it was like 130 feet, did she realize that she didn't have a rope tied to her, man?
Well, you'd think you'd know. like right away. Like, hey guys, stop! I'm not tied up. Like I don't know. I didn't know if I was tied up.
You would think so. Or how about the people that were filming? That nobody noticed that it wasn't connected.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. 130 feet is what they threw her. What she fell to her death, man. I'm telling you, man. There all kind of crazy stuff going on in this world. Every time you turn around, there's something else. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but all y'all can do is y'all can just be happy and start ordering more Willie's Rocket Juice, man. Hey, I got Willie's Rocket Juice for sale. Hey, I got my underwear
this sounds
for sale.
like you're going into a commercial. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, it's funny you say there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. That's a great segue to our next story. In Europe, the suicide of Europe is a new thing going on here. They just entered a pact that will allow them to really accelerate the amount of immigration that's happening in Europe. Since we have something formally from the European Union.
Willie has still got 3 or 4 good minutes, man. Hey, I got stuff I want to tell y'all.
All right, let's go.
I want to talk about.
Go ahead. I'm gonna make time right now.
Hey, we want to talk about news, man. Hey, Ivanka.
I was going to ask your opinion about Europe, but you want to change it to. What do you want to change the subject to? It better be
these are my subjects.
Than Europe opening its gates to the world.
Hey, we are broadcasting live off the billboard. This here is Willie's Worm Farm Roundtable Radio Show, man. Hey, and we got news. We want to talk about Ivanka Trump. Hey, I got a whole.
It's a Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Okay, we've talked about this in court. Really, cease and desist, please.
No,
cease and desist now.
Hey, news. Ivanka Trump announced. Hey, this is true. I heard it with my own ears. I studied up on it. I researched it. And it is not AI. It was true. Ivanka Trump announced that every blind American veteran will receive a free pair of Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. You tell me, hey, what's crazy about that, man? Hey, they blind, they gonna get some glasses. Hey, that's in the news too, man.
They're AI glasses. They'll be able to actually tell them what they're looking at.
They gonna be able to see?
No. They'll need a neural link for that.
Yeah. Hey, they got something else going on, man. I got so much news piled up, man, I can't get to it all. Hey, look at here.
They're not really interesting stories, though, and we don't get a chance to even comment on them. It's you should check out the rest of the show, Willie. The rest of the show we do is really much more entertaining than this.
Hey, look at here. Hey, hobby biking, man. Hey, it's a handlebar. It's attached to a wheel, and people run around holding that thing, man. Hey, they got the Hobby Duro and the Hobby Doggin, and they got all kind of hobby stuff going on, man. Hey, that's the new latest and greatest.
You bring up this hobby thing an awful lot. Are you trying to tell us that you have a secret sport that you don't want to tell everybody? Is that what's going on?
No, hey, I'm telling you, man, you got to have ideas. I'm trying to do a branding and promotions, man.
We've only got a few seconds left, and I really want to make sure we get this in. Okay, Hansel, where can people find you online?
Well, they can find me eating ranch dressing online. I'm always eating ranch.
Hansel wasn't even in here, man. Hey, motivation. Hey, look at him. Hey, we need to talk about flat Earth, man. No, hey, that's what we really need to talk about. Yeah, no, hey.
All right, well, let's talk about flat Earth. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think it's real, but we're out of time. Folks, we're going to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
Ranch dressing!
Ranch dressing. I love it.
Actually,
that's the new flat Earth. I love it.
Yeah, we
you guys are nuts.
Ranch dressing in Europe, it would be farm dressing.
Yeah, they call it house dressing most places, but the Americans, they like to take things and make it their own.
You have to put a cowboy on
ranch.
That's how we do it.
Ranch.
So, Willie, when someone's microphone is messed up, don't keep calling on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was hoping it'd get better.
No.
Yeah, well, if you paid attention to the pre-show.
Oh man, that's like when you walked around with herpes for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine now.
And besides that was the host's fault.
Oh.
Okay.
Yoda,
Willie,
try it
the EU opening its doors to every migrant from the world is way more interesting than I can't even remember what story you talked about. I really can't. It was that unmemorable.
Oh, yeah.
Should have stuck with ranch dressing.
Ivanka Trump had her period or something?
I,
What was it?
I still think he's got Yodavation in the back of the Pinto in the trunk.
That could be.
Yo, are you there?
Yolanda, where you at, Yolanda?
Oh my God.
I don't know, guys. My mic still screwed up.
No.
She has a really good Kenny from South Park, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I was thinking, isn't there a character in Snoopy that talks the same as well? Or
Yeah.
No,
the teacher
Woodstock.
from Charlie Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Woodstock makes that noise too. The teachers are wah 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 wah. But the noise that Yodavation's making, that's Woodstock.
Yeah.
The little bird.
Aw, that sucks. I'm sorry. I would love to talk to you, Cunning Linguist, and I'd love to be on the show, but if my mic is so sucky, I shouldn't be.
So we can hear
There
you
it is,
now.
working perfect.
Get out of town.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, it's getting better the
clearest
more
thing
you
I've heard.
talk.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you should swallow the ranch dressing before speaking on the radio.
I'm almost swallowing the mic.
That is wild. It's so clear right now that
Yeah, of course.
It does seem like it might be
Yeah,
some
it's
kind
Gary.
of noise
It's obviously
cancellation.
Obviously, Gary.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, it's Gary.
By the way, DP Mudda thanks for the OG badge. Appreciate it.
DP Mother Sucker.
Mudda.
Wow.
Mudda.
Hansel's going to lead the cockroach party.
Uh-oh. He's going to lead them?
Yeah,
Or ride them?
Hansel is going to be in charge of
But
the cockroach
I
party.
tried to leave the cockroach party, but every time I turn on the lights, they scatter.
Hansel got pet cockroaches.
With the way of the world at the moment, I'd be very wary of joining a party called the Cockroach Party because we've already got the Eat the Bug.
Yeah.
But
Eat
then
the
on top
bugs.
of that, you've got the old sci-fi film. What was it? Soylent Green.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
You're a person dressed like a cockroach. You're perfect for the globalists.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, and then you got Greta Thunberg. She looks like a cockroach.
Well, she's a potato.
The potato bug.
Why are you talking about Willie's girlfriend like that?
Hansel's sister.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since she became of age, he wasn't interested in her anymore.
Yeah.
What you trying to say, Willis?
You got
30
no eyes,
seconds, fellas, in Yodavation.
All right.
Willie. All right. Well, you all enjoy your ranch dressing.
Yeah.
So, KL, I like to just pass around the mic if I feel like I'm interrupting you, whatever. I try to make sure everyone gets to talk on each subject, right? It's kind of how we roll.
All right.
Oh yeah,
So-
no problem. To be
Here's the
honest,
countdown.
first time here, so
5,
I'm listening.
4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back live for the last segment right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Sunday night, June 14th, 2026. We're having a good old time tonight. Willie is an idiot.
That he is.
We need to
That
rein
he is.
him in to some degrees. Yeah, we really need to rein him in and give him a little more focus in life, because when he just comes on wanting to talk like that, sometimes it's like very grating. But anyway, as grating as that is, there's more things that are even far more grating. California's elections, okay? California's elections are grating. Spencer Pratt put out a fabulous ad. I think it was last week, maybe with you or with Barry on Wednesday. I said my advice to Spencer Pratt is don't stop. keep going. Right, keep counting. Make sure they keep. Did you notice as soon as it tipped, they stopped counting?
Yeah.
There's still like 18% left. Well, what's going on? I thought you count every vote. Where are the numbers coming in? You know, he is getting screwed. They've got till July something to figure this out. They got to keep pushing. Get those people out there curing the ballots, bringing them in, showing what a sham this is. And I don't know. You put out this ad the other day, said basically, my hands are untied now. Quote, now that the campaign portion of my mission to save Los Angeles is coming to a close, and I'm moving on to the next, more interesting phase. Listen, I spent a lot of time slaying everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. You can't get rid of me that easily, he continues. I know a lot of dim-witted jerks thought I was in this for a grift, that I was going to roll up and leave town if I didn't get on the city hall. Hey, morons, I didn't do this for political power. I got into this to expose the corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. You enjoy your worthless meetings in City Hall. I'm going to be lighting up every single day, and now I don't have to worry about offending CNN viewers. I don't have to campaign Los hamstringing me now. It's war. It's 0 hour for Los Angeles. Angelenos are now stuck with two responsible for all their problems, and they have to choose between dumb and dumber. That's not a choice. That's a machine protecting the machine. And now every problem that plagues Los Angeles because of these two corrupt communists is going to accelerate, and the city will tumble headlong into the abyss. You have no idea how many major developers, hoteliers, business owners, entrepreneurs have been texting me saying they're packing up and leaving town. More of your favorite restaurants would be shuttering. That means less tax revenue. That means the city has to cut services, more potholes, less firefighters, less police patrols, more criminals, more drug addicts terrorizing your communities. You have no idea how bad things are about to get for the city. Look at this place already. Weeds growing from every crack, crevice, graffiti over every square inch of our public spaces, garage, garbage, drugs, feces, burned up dogs, burned down towns, abandoned storefronts. This city is a mess. You're about to reward the arsonists who torched the place for 4 more years of destruction. He continues, my goal hasn't changed. I've been laser focused on stopping these commie animals, and I will stop them. If you think we've uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in the campaign, just wait. We have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign in shame. I was saving it for the general election. Go ahead and pick your demon. Certify your choice, and then you get to see. So Karen, Nithya, ask yourself, is it possible that one of your employees may have recorded you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace? Hope you sleep well at night over the next 5 months, because you know who hasn't slept well at all for the last 17 months. My mom, my neighbors in the Palisades, all the moms who worry about their kids walking past drug addicts in front of their schools, all the business owners getting crushed in the LA economy, worried that they can't stay in business and feed their kids. Angelenos have been struggling for years now, all while corrupt politicians and fraudulent individuals profit off the misery and fleece us for tax dollars. Well, now we're flipping the script. I want all of you awake at night, sweating and worried about 5 a.m. FBI blazers busting the doors, breaking open your offices, because I assure you they're coming. You think the election was going to stop me? If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me. End quote. Holy crap. Dude, there were a couple, I would love to have just played that, but there were some F-bombs scattered throughout it, and I just wanted to be extra careful. I thought I'd read it. Holy cow, that guy's on fire. Doc, what do you think?
I think he's got the right kind of energy and focus now that he's got a bunch of information from running this campaign, and he can use it for leverage and keep his name in the conversation. That'll be good. But I'd like to see what he does in about 3 or 4 months. Let's see if he can keep up this momentum, because there's lots to be done in California besides just running for office. He can go and shine a light with his attention that he now has. He can go shine a light on all kinds of corruption within the state that the average person doesn't know about. And I'd like to see that happen. It's good for the country.
Yeah, I'd like to see him sit down with Scott Pressler and start saying, hey, you know, what can I do on the ground right now to make a difference in the next 5 months? And then push. I'm a write-in too. By the way, you can still write my name in the ballot, folks. Right? You don't have to, you know, pick between Dumb and Dumber. You can pick. You write my name in. Scott Pratt. Easy peasy. I don't know. And then there's Steve Hilton, who's also British. Steve Hilton is, you know, running pretty strong. He's definitely, you know, going to be one-on-one here with now Xavier Becerra to, you know, run for the governor of California. And cunning linguist, KL, as we like to call you. Are you familiar with Steve Hilton? And what do you think of a Brit potentially, you know, an Englishman potentially being the next governor of California?
I'll be honest. Although I've been watching Pratt, mainly, to be honest, because of the videos that have been coming out, that's what really grabbed my attention. I haven't really looked much at Hilton, I'll be honest. The Pratt one was more fun to watch, so I've got to admit that did steal most of my attention as far as California was concerned. The one thing I am kind of thinking, though, is the whole point of Pratt was to get more people to vote him into office. I struggle to believe that there's enough people in California who are happy enough with the way the place is being run that anybody in the last few decades has genuinely been elected by votes. So
Agreed.
I don't think it was a race he could even win anyway. I honestly just think they would have kept printing ballots until he was out of the top three, well, out of the top two.
You know, it's crazy though. I think we always expect this during like the actual election, not during the primaries. You know what I mean? The primaries are just normally it's like the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. They each have their own primaries, and only Republicans vote in their primary, and only Democrats vote in their primary, and then they pick their winners, and then they go on to the general election. So California does it kind of very weird, where it's
and I think that in itself is designed to make it more controllable. I think the way that would make more sense is if you've got, say, two candidates for each party, they vote against each other, and then the winner votes. The two winners then face each other. The idea both people can be from the same party is just nonsensical. And it also opens the door then where, say, for example, the Democrats, if they hadn't got a strong candidate, there's nothing at all to stop them fronting Republican candidates to say all the right things just to dilute the vote so that none of them can actually meet the threshold for the top two. I actually think that's the reason their elections are designed that way.
Yeah. And now Steve Hilton, though, is talking about bringing Pratt into his group. I mean, lieutenant governor has been thrown around, Doc. Would that change things?
I think that would actually be good for both of them.
I'd like to see him as Attorney General, actually.
Well, he's not. No. Attorney General's like you got to be a lawyer.
No, you haven't.
Well, you don't have to, but I mean, he's a reality TV guy. I'd rather put him in charge of housing and development or something like that than the Attorney General. You really want somebody who's like a judge or an attorney to be the Attorney General, not.
Well, yeah, but all the Attorney General does is they don't deal with cases. They've got people who work for them. They just give the direction.
You're describing Kamala Harris.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, he wouldn't need, but that would give him the ability to actually not just complain about the people who robbed him of the election, but to actually delve into the election fraud and actually prosecute them. And I think
it would
he's got a dog in the fight.
Yeah, it would give him authority. It would actually power.
It'd be really weird. You know, it'd be much more traditional for him to appoint someone who actually has a legal background to the Attorney General. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking it would be fun to watch.
Yeah, it would be fun to watch. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it would.
It's like making Alex Jones Attorney General. Let's go for it.
Well, I think at this point, though, that's where we're at as a country. I'll be honest with you, politically. Like, especially in the states like Oregon, California, Washington, New York State, where they have been dominated by Democrats, mostly through rigging the laws to favor them in the election scenarios, like gerrymandering, the jungle primaries, the full-on mail-in balloting with ballot to harvesting legal. You have all of that going on. It would be, if you can get a Republican in, you're going to need to bring with you a bunch of radical personalities that can just be, have their own specific one thing they want to target within the state, put them in a position of power, and let them rip. That's the only way you're going to get things done.
Yeah. Unless you're Elon Musk. And I'll use that to transition because homie just became a trillionaire this week. Homie, our boy is a trillionaire. Man, he's moving to Beverly Hills pretty soon. I know he is. SpaceX, man. SpaceX went public and $150 some a share. God knows how many shares he has, but it's shocking. And Elizabeth Warren wants to sue the SEC and the U.S. People and everyone because the stock's not worth that. It's not worth anything like that. Basically, SpaceX, all the revenue they get today is based on Starlink. Okay, it's a small communications company, mid-tier, with revenue of a mid-tier communication company that just cracked the $1 trillion mark because of the promise of what could come from everything that Elon has wrapped up in SpaceX and the billions of dollars they've lost investing in technology. But I don't know, Doc, what do you say, man? Is this the best investment of a lifetime, or is SpaceX a scam? And, Elon Musk should not be a trillionaire because, if we took his money all the way when he first went public with PayPal, if we just confiscated all back then, the world would be a better place, right?
No, but I can also say this. I think he owes a great bit of his success to the fact that the government wanted this technology to be developed. He has a lot of government contracts. So I think as far as guys who are going to get these kind of contracts, he's the best guy to get them. And so I'm happy for him to be a trillionaire. But what I would like to see is people be rational with their investing, and that is not what the market is right now. So be wary. I think when it crashes here in a few months down to a reasonable level, maybe be a good buy. But at this point, I'd watch out.
KL?
Yeah, it's same kind of thing. It's I'm always wary of anything where it seems like it's priced too high at the beginning because it tends to have a tendency to dip for quite a while afterwards. But it's a good thing because it stops people from buying it in bulk just to offload it for the quick profit. I don't begrudge him actually having $1 trillion because he's got it by actually doing things.
And should we take away half? No one should be a trillionaire. No one in America should be a trillionaire. It's a bad thing for anyone to be a trillionaire. Should we take away half his money and just say if anybody hits $1 trillion, boom, we take half?
No.
And, that's it.
No, I think that's just an envy-based way of doing it. I think the problem itself, and it's one that's developed over half a century, is if you go back to, say, around the 1970s, the way companies were structured then is, and it's just to frame it actually in the modern day, you get this thing where when people talk about paying higher wages, everyone goes, oh, but if you do that, loads of people lose their job. And lo and behold, companies then go and sack a lot of people. The two, though, aren't actually related. If you go back to around that time, you could have a company where adjusting for inflation, it earned the exact same amount. But back then, the companies would distribute the same percentage as wages, but in a very different way. The people at the bottom would earn more. The people higher up would still earn a lot more than they did, but not by the same scale. Over the years, what's happened, and I mean, people were talking about it a lot during the 90s, You'd have companies that go, oh, we're really broke this year. We can't afford to give you a pay rise, but we're not going to sack anyone or lower wages. But then in the next breath, they'd go and give all of the managers and the CEOs massive boosts. And so gradually what's happened is the same amount or percentage of wages is still roughly being paid. The difference, though, is how it's distributed. This is where they lie. It's not that by paying the people at the bottom more, you have to sack people, because technically what they should be doing is lowering the wages at the top so that it's just shared out, not communism, because that's what people cry. People have been so indoctrinated.
But also, you talk about, the distribution of that pool of money to the employees, right? If they were to, if you're talking about the fiduciary duty that they have to the shareholders, what you would do is you decrease the top and then just pay it all out in dividends. You know what I mean? And make those dividends go up, up, up. So stock goes up, up, up. And then you got the people at the very tippy top that own the company making all the money. You know what I mean? So it's it's a fault with the capitalist system. I will admit.
What it is, and we are gaslit a lot as well. We live in a world, and this was something I noticed in my teens, that even back then it was starting to emerge, where we live in a world of false dichotomies where everything, doesn't matter how complex the topic is, people will try and dumb it down to two examples as though they're the only two that exist. This one's evil and this one is enlightened, and forget about all the variations in between. And that's how everything is presented. And people
it's a binary, right?
Accept it. Yeah, but it's not a real binary. That's the thing. It's like the one that first made me notice it was parenting, where there was that kick back in the 80s and 90s about not smacking your kids. And the way they framed it was there were only two types of parents. Your child sort of stabbed your cat to death, so you just sat it down and talked to it calmly about why that was a naughty thing to do and why you shouldn't do it. And that made you a really good parent. But if you smacked your child, you were evil, and you were obviously the sort of person where they come home from school and go, look, Mummy, I got a B+, and you get the baseball bat and beat them unconscious because it wasn't an A+, as though there's nothing in between. I smacked my kids when they were young. My son, I think I smacked 5 times in his entire life, and my daughter, it was just once. But back then, I was like an evil parent. I was abusing my children because occasionally I smacked them, and that was the false dichotomy. And everything now seems to be dumbed down. Yeah, there could be an infinite number of variations between the two extremes, but they only frame the two extremes with one being evil and one being good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is the media trend. Yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly. They have to break everything down into two.
So bringing it to the topic, if, say, in the 70s, governments had introduced legislation and all it said was, we're going to let you do whatever you want, make as much money as you like. However, if you give any person at all a pay rise in your company, everybody has to get the same percentage, not the same amount. So if you start off with one person earning £100 a week and someone getting 1,000, they will both go up by the same percentage, but they'll never catch up. But if you even try and suggest that to a lot of people, that's communism. But it's not.
Well, that's a tough one, though, because let's say, I've got this company and Doc is one of my, top accountants, whatever. And he keeps coming at me every month or so with a big problem that saves the company, $100,000, $1 million, whatever. And, no one else is coming at me like that. And I'm like, Doc, I'm going to double your salary. You're the man. You saved this company $4 million this year. No one else in your department is even staying after 4:30. You know what I mean? So double your salary.
No, I do get that, and I'm not. It's obviously this is just a 10,000 foot overview. I would accept that. There are things. As an example, I used to run an IT department. All this thing about equal pay and stuff like that. I had some men who earned a lot more than other men because they were available weekends. They'd work overnight if we were doing a software rollout. You know, whenever you needed them, they were there. I had one woman who was like that, and they all got paid the same. All the people that didn't get paid the same were the people who didn't provide as much value. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the general annual pay rises, where they go, right, everyone at this management level, whether they're useless or not, gets this much of a pay rise, but we can't afford to pay the factory workers and the cleaners a pay rise because we're a bit strapped. That's the thing I'm actually specifically talking about.
Sure, I can agree to that to a degree. It's just, you do want to let everybody have.
The reason I think it's important is suppose you put a dollar amount on it. Suppose all the companies in America that came to $1 billion a year. As far as the economy is concerned, if you give that $1 billion a year to the people who are already earning way more money than they need to live on, it's just going to sit doing effectively nothing. You know, everybody's like, you know, a huge investor. You know, they'll spend it on comfortable stuff. They'll probably stick it in trusts for the kids, things like that. But it doesn't really help the economy. You give that same billion shared out between all the people who are living paycheck to paycheck, they spend it. That's what helps an economy. A good economy, a strong economy can buy its way out of
But you got to admit, though, if I invest in a bond or something, it's still helping the economy. It's very helping much so. Not as much in a direct way, but I'm not just shoving gold under my mattress. And
but what I'm saying is a lot of that money isn't really going to do anything. It's just more money in the bank. If they've already got 100 grand in the bank, it's going to be another 20 grand.
But if I put 100 grand in the bank can loan out 10 times that amount, at least in the US.
They can loan it out anyway. They don't even need real money. There's literally nothing backing it up. It's paper money anyway.
Yeah, but they have to have 100 grand to loan out $1 million, right? So they have to have 10% reserve.
No, not anymore. They don't. 0% reserve.
And then to the next bank.
Literally, all of the main banks literally go to the Fed and say, we want another 10 million quid to lend out. And they just invent 10 million just pops up on the system and they lend it out. It doesn't actually exist. But my point is, if you've got someone who's on a working wage and they get a little bit of extra money, they've always got something to spend it on. And that helps restaurants, it helps holiday companies. You know, it's instantly spent on things where it's not just one purchase like a stock. They say give it to a plumber, then the plumber spends it on a meal, then the person who owns the restaurant spends it on a new car. The people who work at the factory that makes the new car go and treat their wife to something. The money just keeps going around and around and around. That's what makes an economy robust. Having lots of money ferreted away or in investments doesn't help all of the businesses and the people actually living in that country.
Well, I mean, you can't talk about like just ferreting away money. Like, okay, it's again, when you buy a stock, right? That's not ferreting away my money. I'm buying Tesla stock, or I'm buying, General Motors. Right now, General Motors has a value on their shares that they can then use that to leverage. They can issue new shares and expand with that money. They can do a combination of loans and debt and equity at certain ratios, depending on the P&E of each strategy. But at the end of the day, it's not socking away the money. You're investing it in a company that's doing something with it.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's.
We've got about a minute left.
I'm not saying it's one or the other. What I'm saying is that they both work at different levels. But if you move all the money to the top, then you've got people who can't afford to, working class people, which is most of the people in a country, who literally, by the time they've paid the bills, bought their food and paid to get backwards and forwards to work, they've got no disposable income. To have a strong economy, people have got to have disposable income.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We've got about 15 seconds left. So
no problem.
Doc is a libertarian, much more so than I am. To the capital L. Let's put it that way. I am a libertarian myself, but maybe lowercase l. It seems like you come from a little bit more of a planned sort of economy status. But man, we're running out of time. I'll give you 20 seconds because I'm sort of.
No, I think I've pretty much made my point. If you want to talk about something else.
All right. Anyway, we're just out of time. That's all. Folks, this has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. Thanks so much for coming on, cunning linguist, and you are a cunning linguist. I will give you that.
At least he didn't get it wrong.
Yeah, and Doc, thanks for coming on as well.
Always.
Folks, we're gonna drop it here. We'll see you on Wednesday night. Thanks so much for listening.
Great show, guys.
Yeah, that was.
Got to have him back. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later.
I'd like to try you out on Wednesday as well. If you want to come on this Wednesday, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's a bit earlier on Wednesdays, and it's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 3 hours earlier, which helps probably.
So, yeah, because obviously, like living on this side of the world, it's like silly o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you're bedmaster.
Yeah,
I'm going to
All right.
us.
I'll keep the room running as long as I can, and then when we close out, do you want to do an after show?
I will shoot you a DM on mine. Okay, Kale.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice meeting you.
All right.
Yes, like I say, it's been loads of fun. It's the first time I've done anything like this, so certainly an experience.
You did
And
great.
Mark, how many people listen to that live?
Quite a few
on the
people
radio?
listening. We are going to host out to DP Mudasaka tonight. So.
Wow. The double penetration, dude?
No.
You do understand what his name means, right, Mark?
Well, hey, that. Anyways, we're still live a lot of other places.
DP motherfucker in the house. What up? I'm all about it. Let's go.
Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in wherever you're at, whatever platform you're listening into. We're going to go over to DP's site and give him some help over there. He's playing some football. So, y'all take care, and I'm out of here for the night.